clock on May 1st, and I'd like to start with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we gather today with grateful hearts to celebrate this special occasion. Thank you for the history that has shaped us and for the people whose vision and sacrifice brought us to this moment. Grant us wisdom and strength as we carry their legacy forward. May our community continue to grow with unity, compassion, and hope. Bless this celebration and all those who are part of it. And in the words of City Council member Wayne Cohn, at each and every council meeting, he asks God to go with us, guide, and direct us. Bless us in all our ways. Amen.
Amen. I'm going to take Jake around over there. I'm going to stage up.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. Okay, welcome everyone. Once again, it's May 1st, 2026. 150 years ago on this date, the city of Harrison was founded and incorporated by the state of Arkansas. At this time, I'd like to point out a few things. The committee that did this is working on behalf. The blue shirts that you see that I'm wearing, those individuals have worked very hard. We've got a lot of activities planned today, but over the rest of the year, a number of things that we're going to take care of. And it's important to us that you enjoy yourself. But you know, for this, there's a legacy for Boone County. There's a great and rich history, and we'll be sharing some of that with you in a few minutes. But remember, as much as this history, our theme says it all, we're celebrating our past and building our future. There's a bright future ahead of Harrison, Arkansas, and you, each and every one of us, will be a part of that. So we welcome you here today. But also for today, we have a very special two guests that are with us. First of all, the founder of our community, Colonel Marcus LaRue Harrison. And we also managed to kick around and found the founder of our country, the United States of America, General George and President George Washington.
Thank you, Mitch. Hear ye, hear ye. 71 decades ago.
Whoa, now, in ye old English, that means 150 years ago. I never met the man, but Abraham Lincoln's the one that told me that.
Anyway, I'm Colonel Marcus LaRue Harrison, and I had the privilege of surveying this beautiful land and the fine citizens named this town after me. We officially became incorporated on May 1, 1876. Later, we were chosen as the county seat of Boone.
Well, I thought that was supposed to be Belafonte. What happened there?
No, I could see into the future, and I knew Harrison was the hot spot. We would be able to support many Dollar Generals and many Sonic Drive-ins.
Got it.
Over the last 150 years, the Missouri and North Arkansas Railroad was busy bringing people and business into Harrison. The railroad may have come and gone, but we still have plenty of fine places to buy horseless carriages. The Industrial Revolution brought manufacturing to our area. Our citizens built washing machines, Levi jeans, and Duncan parking meters.
What in the world is a Dunking parking meter?
Oh, don't worry, George. It's something you hitch your horse to.
Okay.
Yeah, we're also proud to be the home of the famous Goblin since 1926.
Well, what were we before we were the Goblins?
We were the Yellow Jackets, but the Goblin sounded much scarier.
Well, I know a thing or two about red coats, but I don't know anything about yellow jackets.
Well, bear with me, George. This fine community has survived a great flood, an explosion at the telephone company, and our bank, Harvest Bank, was robbed by nationally famous robber.
Well, it sounds like he's doing it again. Okay. Back up that horse, Colonel. What's a telephone?
Never you mind, George. We survived all of these things. We were even given the birthplace of Walmart. In spite of exploding watermelons and donkey rides on a hot August day, the grand opening of the second Walmart store ever was a huge success. And right here in Harrison, even Sam Walton writes in his book, if Harrison wasn't successful, there would be no Walmart.
So wait a minute. So people sell walls at a mart these days?
Yeah.
No.
No, George. The store's named after a great man, Sam Walton. He loved old trucks and ice cream. But don't worry about that. Now the community has a new bridge. Opening very soon, I think. People will walk across the bridge, and they can also shop downtown at all these wonderful establishments, or TJ Maxx.
Well, I have to ask, what's a TJ Maxx?
Never mind, George. It's a store that doesn't understand your fashion sense.
Well, what in the world is wrong with my fashion sense? You know what? Never mind with that. What are we here for?
As founder of this great city with a great name, I hereby proclaim the season of celebration officially open. And we will meet again on June 6th for a big gala at Harrison Country Club and be a part of a Bang Bang Matt Bill 4th of July.
Fantastic. Well, it seems, Colonel, you've built not just a town, but a destination, like a Dollar General, where you go in for one thing and leave with 5 things you don't need, but you just have to have.
Indeed, George. I bring word Harrison is transformed into a remarkable and scarcely recognized it myself.
Well, what caused such a revival?
Well, George, it took a few things. It first started with a strategic downtown committee, a historic Harrison Business Association, and a Harrison Historic Commission.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot more committees than there was even in the Continental Congress.
Exactly, sir. But that's committees actually what get things done. And it took a great man by the name of Mike Neighbors. Although he's an Aggie living in Razorback country,
Dig 'em.
which proves, well, so are you, George, which proves even rivals can unite for good causes. We are alive, thriving, and still growing, sir. We've gone from coming to life to needing to help find parking spaces.
Parking for my horses?
Oh, I'll see you again in another 150 years, George. But I'm not sure old George Washington will make it. Let the festivities begin.
Okay, thank you. If you didn't recognize Mayor Jerry Jackson and Mike Woods here were our entertainment for today. So let's give them another round of applause. Please. Okay, at this time, one of the activities that the committee wanted to do was have an essay about our community, and Mike has graciously decided to sponsor this for us and present it. So we had Cayman Jones from Harrison is the individual that won the essay contest, and because of that, we have a special award for her afterwards. But Cayman, Mike.
So, when the committee first got together to start talking about the Harrison 150, the mayor pulled us together, and Mitch has led us for a few months here. We started talking about getting the youth involved. It's so important to do in a community. And we put out a scholarship contest. And what we did was we reached out to the 6 high schools in this general area, because in the county of Boone, Harrison is the seat, but I believe all members of this county are actually community members, and we reached out to all of the high schools. So we got a lot of entries, and all of them were very good. One of them kind of tugged at our heartstrings. We had a little subcommittee that read over the essays, and although they were all good, one of them really stood out, and that was the essay from Cayman Jones. So just I want to tell you a little bit about what Cayman's goals are, and then, are you going to read it for us? That is fantastic. Cayman's goal is to pursue a career in the medical field and remaining financially responsible, and she's committed to serving her community after college. She plans to graduate debt-free, yay, allowing her to focus on her position without the burden of financial strain. She's going to begin earning her degree, associates in radiologic technology from North Arkansas College, where she's going to build a foundation in patient care and diagnostic imaging. George doesn't know what diagnostic imaging is. I then intend to continue my education at the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences to obtain a Bachelor of Science in Radiologic Imaging, expanding skills and knowledge in advanced imaging techniques. And then after the education, I plan to return to Harrison and work in the medical field. So everyone, I'd like to introduce Cayman Jones, our essay contest winner.
Bear with me, I've never spoken in front of this many people. I'm really nervous, so it's a little long, so I hope it doesn't get boring. But in 1869, a small town was laid out in the hills of the Ozarks, and Harrison was later incorporated in 1876. 150 years later, Harrison is more than a dot on the map. It is home. As Harrison celebrates its 150th anniversary, I see more than historic buildings and highlights. I see resilience, I see growth, and I see a future full of possibilities. Harrison's story began shortly after the Civil War, when Marcus LaRue Harrison surveyed land along Crooked Creek and established the town that would carry his name. From those early days, Harrison became a center of opportunity in North Arkansas. The arrival of the railroad helped local farmers and businesses connect to the rest of the country. Our town began to grow. Harrison was chosen as a Boone County seat due to its central location and the new opportunities Harrison brought to the county. In 1902, disaster struck when a fire destroyed much of downtown. That could have been the end of Harrison's progress. Instead, it became a turning point. The community was rebuilt with brick buildings that still stand around the square today. All you have to do is take a walk downtown and you'll see the beautiful architecture that represents a community that refuse to give up. Two of those landmarks especially stand out to me. The historic Lyric Theater has been lighting up our downtown since 1929. After being restored, it continues to bring people together through performances and community events. My entire family volunteers at the Lyric and have enjoyed seeing my brother Bannon in many productions. Nearby, the beautiful Hotel Seville stands as another symbol of Harrison's past, present, and future. Also built in 1929, it welcomed travelers and still does today. Harrison's growth did not stop in the early 20th century. In 1982, Sheridan Garrison founded Arkansas Freightways right here in our town. What started as a local trucking company grew into American Freightways, a nationally recognized transportation business. Then it became part of FedEx. My mom started working at Arkansas Freightways when she was my age and has been there 37 years. That story inspires me because it proves that success does not require leaving our town behind. Big dreams can start here, and you can support a family with the opportunities that Harrison provides. Leadership has also shaped our community. John Paul Hammerschmidt was born in Harrison and represented our area in Congress for 26 years. He advocated for infrastructure, economic growth, and veterans. His service to our country also included military service. Mr. Hammerschmidt was a decorated World War II veteran. His example shows young people like me that public leadership and civic service matter. Harrison is a proud home of All-American Goblin Razorback and Colts football player Brandon Burlesworth. His story has inspired many people, including me. Through the movie Greater, I feel his example of faith, character, and perseverance also reflects Harrison's values. As Harrison turns 150, our nation is also approaching an important milestone. It has been 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. America's 250th anniversary encourages us to reflect on freedom, opportunity, and responsibility. Harrison's history is a small but meaningful part of that larger American story. Our town has faced challenges, weeded out the hardship, and continued working for something better, just like our country. As a 17-year-old growing up here, I recognize that Harrison's history includes both achievements and difficult chapters. Like many communities, our town experienced periods of division, but anniversaries are not just about celebrating the past, they're about learning from it. Today, Harrison is working to show that everyone is welcome. My generation believes strongly in inclusion, opportunity, and unity. We understand that a community is strongest when all people feel valued and everyone does their part to make things better. What makes Harrison the best small town in Arkansas is not just its scenery or its history, it is the people. It is the teachers who help students succeed. It is the small business owners who invest in Harrison. It is our first responders like my dad who protect and serve. It is the volunteers who restore historic buildings and keep charitable organizations going. It is the neighbors who support each other during hard times. I have grown up attending events at the Lyric Theater, walking the halls of Harrison schools, watching families work to help our county grow. Those experiences shaped my understanding of the community. They also impacted my goals. I want to pursue higher education not only for my personal success, but so I can bring knowledge and opportunity back to Harrison. The phrase "the best is yet to come" is often used during anniversaries, but in Harrison it feels true. Our downtown continues to improve. Our businesses are growing, including TJ Maxx, which everyone is excited about. Education chances are expanding with North Arkansas College joining the University of Arkansas, providing more opportunities for students to more easily obtain degrees. Since the opening of Creekside, we have been seeing more people visiting for events here. New families are moving to Harrison and Boone County. At 150 years old, Harrison is not finished, it is evolving. My generation will soon step up into leadership roles in business, education, healthcare, and public service. We will decide what the next 50 years look like in Harrison and America. When I think about Harrison's journey from rebuilding after the fire in 1902 to launching a nationally successful company that is now FedEx Freight, I see proof that strength and determination are part of our identity. Those qualities inspire me as I prepare for college and my own future in the medical field. Harrison's story teaches us that small towns can make big impact. It teaches us that setbacks can become groundwork. It teaches us that leadership, vision, and community matter. As we celebrate 150 years, I am proud to call Harrison home. I am proud of where we have been, honest about what we have learned, and hopeful about where we are going. In the best small town in Arkansas, everyone has the opportunity to belong, to grow, and to dream. And if our history is any indication, the best is truly yet to come. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, for a first time, is that not fantastic?
Yeah.
So, as a representative of the Harrison 150 Committee, it is my honor to award Cayman a $1,000 scholarship to North Ark.
Yeah.
This is by far the biggest check I've ever had.
Outstanding, wasn't it? Outstanding. Okay, at this time, we have some more entertainment for you. Just around the corner here, their home is right off the square, is our Cloggers. And they are here to perform for you now. Excellent. I have to tell you, I asked Mike and the mayor not to go down there and outshine these young people. So. Okay, at this time, what we'd like to do, we'd like for the chamber ambassadors, the president of the chamber, Jake Gray, and our committee to come up here, the judge-elect, the current judge, Mitchell Archer, and the mayor to come down here on the steps, please, for a ribbon cutting. After that, I would ask you to stick around for a few minutes because we want to give you some information about the activities for tonight and around the square.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Harrison. I'm your Main Street Harrison Director, Lori Rottmeyer, and I'm here with my fellow Redcoats and members of the Chamber Board. And look at all these community members to kick off the 150th anniversary celebration of Harrison, the founding of Harrison. And I have with me today our interim Boone County Judge Mitchell Archer and Mayor Jerry Jackson and Judge.
Thank you and welcome to the historic downtown Harrison Square. What a day. They could not have picked a better day to kick off this celebration. Welcome, and we know this is a City of Harrison celebration, but we had a meeting this week and Mayor Jackson put it really well. We are Harrison, we are Boone County, we are the same. So welcome to Harrison and welcome to Boone County.
Mayor Jackson.
Hey, I couldn't say anything better than that, Judge. Good to have you aboard. I want to thank everybody, of course. I'd say over the last several years, we have had several committees. And when you had put together the right people with the right passion, they can do incredible things. And we may have outdone ourselves with this committee right here. There's maybe 10 or 12 of you. But you've been meeting every week for 6 months. And it takes a lot of work and a lot of planning to pull all this off. So we couldn't thank you, Mitch, and your whole committee here. Let's hear it for your committee. Yeah, way to go. Way to go, folks. They have asked me again to read a proclamation. And this won't be as long as George and I, but it says, and whereas the City of Harrison proudly marks the significant milestone of 150 years since its founding, Representative Century. I knew this would happen.
Benjamin Franklin invented those, Mayor.
Yeah, they work well. So, 150 years since its founding, representing a century and a half of history, growth, and community spirit. And whereas the early settlers and founders of Harrison demonstrated vision, determination, and resilience, laying the groundwork for a community built on hard work, shared values, and opportunity. And whereas generations of citizens, leaders, local businesses have contributed to the continued development and success of Harrison, shaping it into a vibrant and welcoming city that it is today. And whereas the city remains committed to building a strong future, guided by engaged citizens, dedicated leadership, and a shared vision for community growth and prosperity. And whereas this 150-year anniversary provides an opportunity to honor the past, celebrate the present, and look ahead to the future with confidence to a bright and promising future ahead. Now, therefore, I, Jerry Jackson, Mayor of Harrison, do hereby proclaim May 1st, 2026 as 150 Years Celebration Day.
We still have 20 minutes left in this thing. Mitch is trying to take my thunder. Representing the Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, I know I've seen a few of us here, and a lot of good community leaders out here. Just want to say thanks for coming out. One quick story before we cut the ribbon. 1929, I think Kamen said, is when the Lyric Theater opened. So almost 100 years ago. And this story I heard a lot as a kid. I did some quick generational math, and my blood runs at least 150 years in this community. So I've got a lot of fun stories, and I'll just share one. My great-grandmother told the story whenever I was young that Gone with the Wind showed at the Lyric. She went with her girlfriends, went to the corner store, got a bowl of chili and a Coke for a nickel, one nickel, and she walked with her friends to the Lyric and watched Gone with the Wind for another nickel. So for one dime, she got to have dinner and a show. So I know that's not the way it is anymore, but it just says how deep our community is, and especially the downtown area, how the square has stayed the same but also grown over the years. So here's to another 150. Let's cut that ribbon.